my loves, this is Mystique and I welcome you to my digital sacred space. I hope you are happy, healthy and healing wherever you're watching from. Today we are looking at your shadow self and anything they want to communicate with you, messages, guidance. So this reading is going to be dedicated to your shadow self. And if there's something that you need to know, but for whatever reason you are afraid of facing that, hopefully this reading will give you clarity and the courage to face it, because we don't really have to be scared of the shadow. The shadow simply means traits and things that are repressed. So we don't have to be scared of it, because there's just elements that are there in the unconscious, and self-awareness really is the key to bring them up to the consciousness and heal them, hopefully, if there is any trauma or anything like that. But yeah, I'm keeping this reading pretty open because I know that each pile might be very different from the previous pile. So let's get into it. I'm using this deck by Laura Sava. It's called the Dark Mirror Oracle. I know it looks scary, but I love this deck. I really like the skulls and the dark artwork on these cards. I mean, I can feel that some of you might disagree or not like that, and that's okay. You don't have to if you don't. I feel like this card wants to go to both of these piles. I think I'll keep it to the side for now, and then I will see what it is. But let's see what we have for pile 1. Oh my gosh. We have the Temple of My Body. We have Addicted and Alone in the World. Alright. So for pile number 1, we have the number 2, card number 2, the Temple of My Body. This is what it looks like. This deck is quite reflective, and I am sitting near the window. For pile number 2, we have the number 11. 1 plus 1 is 2, so we have Addicted here. Very strong energies from this pile. I feel like you guys could be very connected to me and my energy, because I feel like there's not much resistance, even though this might be scary. We have pile number 3 with Alone in the World, number 6. This is what your card looks like. So take your time to choose your pile. Some of you, I feel, might be drawn to 2 piles. It is up to you to watch them. I want to start with my prayer, as I feel that this could get hectic for you guys. I didn't share this before, but I actually filmed a Shadow Self Tarot reading a few months back, I think last month actually, and there was no audio for whatever reason. Like literally there was no audio, and no matter how much I tried or what I did, the audio was just lost, and I felt like there was no point to doing a voiceover, because what comes through the first time, you know, what my intuition picks up the first time, I feel like that's the most accurate. And I just thought, oh my god, I have to discard this reading completely. And I thought that I don't know if I can film that reading again, because in that reading there was so much heavy energy and stuff that came out. It was also light at the same time, ironically, but it was also heavy. And I immediately fell asleep after I filmed all of the readings. just fell asleep. I thought, my God, I need to rejuvenate and regenerate and relax, come back to my body, come back to my energy. So I put a lot of energy in that reading. So I cried a lot when I lost it. But things like that happen. Technical glitches happen without your knowledge, and sometimes it's just out of your control. And your whole reading might get lost. As a reader, that was so frustrating for me, because then that means that I have to refilm everything and the energy changes, and I just want to give you my best. So I said, I'm going to take the time to heal, and then I will give you this reading again. So maybe you guys were not ready, or maybe it was not the best time for that reading to be up on my channel, to be seen by you and felt by you. So yeah, we're doing this today. I'm feeling quite light today and fine today. So yeah, I'm gonna start with my prayer in a bit. So let's start with the prayer, my dear soul family. I just saw the image of somebody eating something. Maybe some of you are eating something delicious right now. I'm getting this energy like, oh, Mystique uploaded, let me grab some ice cream or something and watch this reading, relax and watch this reading. You're very comfortable with the shadow. I feel like whoever is watching this prayer of gratitude, you guys are comfortable with your shadow self. You guys are not dismissive or trying to repress your shadow self. I feel like you might unintentionally or intentionally do a lot of inner work, a lot of shadow work, and Spirit wants to commend you for that. And I too. Breathe in with me. And breathe out. Feel the air in your lungs. Feel the air enter your body. This is the love of the universe called air that is nourishing you, that is keeping you alive. Feel your breath and relax into it. If you are eating or doing some other activity, I ask for you to be fully observant of it and be present with whatever task you are doing. If you are eating something, attune to the food that is going inside your mouth, inside your body. Feel and allow yourself to taste, even if it is something you've eaten many times before. Send love to the food through your eyes and say a small thank you for keeping you alive. Meditation isn't always about sitting in a room alone with your eyes closed. Real meditation will always bring a lot of presence. It will make you be in the present moment and only there, nowhere else. And today I ask your divine presence, my dear pile number 1, 2, and 3, to embrace and accept this reading, anything that resonates with you, Anything that you feel called to is yours. I do not feel that this might be a heavy reading for a lot of you, because I feel like you guys are familiar with that shadow energy. So I don't see you being scared of your shadow self. I feel like a lot of you, your intention for clicking on this reading is really to be friends with your shadow self. It's almost like you have come here and you see your shadow self as a different person to you almost. And that's beautiful, because you're giving it honor, you're giving it respect, and you're seeing it. If you are scared, some of you might be scared, just in case something negative comes up, I would like to send you some reassurance and comfort. I'm sending my love and my light. I hope that the sun reaches you in your darkest times, and that you find out that you are the light that you always needed. I call upon the divine spirit guides of my pile number 1, 2, and 3. I ask for this reading and the energies of pile number 1, 2, and 3 to be protected, guided, loved, and cared for. I ask for this sacred space to be cleansed of any malicious entities, any negative energies that do not have good intentions for my pile number 1, 2, and 3. If there is any being that wants to harm my pile number 1, 2, and 3, I ask for my divine spirit guides to please keep those energies out. My intention for this reading is to hopefully provide some clarity and be a bridge between their shadow self and themselves. Hopefully this reading gives them clarity, love, and peace. I hope this reading is reassuring and calming, and that by the end of it, my dear pile number 1, 2, and 3 realize that the shadow self is not someone or something to be afraid of. Rather, it is something to be embraced and accepted. It is something that needs to be seen, to be felt. We need to know the reason why it exists, why some shadow behaviors or traits might persist, like self-sabotaging or harming yourself, or people-pleasing, or using anger as a coping mechanism because you're in a lot of pain, or using alcohol as a coping mechanism because you want to escape. We're going to take a look at what doesn't want to be looked at. I bow down to the shadow self and give my respects. Please guide me as I move through the reading. I call upon pile number 1, 2, and 3 spirit guides with love and gratitude in my heart. Please stay with me and make this a safe reading for everyone that is present. With that said, I'm sending you so much love, and I commend you on your bravery for clicking on this reading. I'm sending you my light, and I will see you at your pile. Bye. My dear loves that chose pile number 1, you chose the card, the temple of my body. My God, that horn was so loud. I don't know if the microphone is picking it up, but when I heard that sound, immediately I was taken to the eyes. So I'm getting this feeling of alarm, like something is alarming to you, or something alarmed you recently, or maybe it's this reading that might be alarming to you. Maybe this reading will reveal something to you that you didn't know before, and you might get shocked. So I'm being asked to tell you that, pile number 1, because I don't want you guys to be, taken aback. So your spirit guides just came in to say that first through me. I'm also being taken to this pendant right here. For some reason, I saw your heart there, and I immediately was taken to that feeling of being trapped, feeling of being controlled, the feeling of being puppeteered. It's like there's somebody pulling the strings on your heart. Is there somebody who's using guilt or shame as a tool of control, my dear pile number 1? Let me rephrase that question. Is there somebody that makes you feel like you have made a huge mistake and that you should pay for it, and that you should always just be like submissive and small because the mistake that you made was huge, or what you did was extremely wrong and inappropriate, and they're making you feel like you are the problem because you made the mistake? But what they're really doing by doing that is trying to get access to your psychological state. So now that they have control over your psychological state by making you feel guilty of that mistake, they are slowly seeping in through the cracks of your being, of your existence. They're slowly wanting to sneak in. I'm seeing like a thief opening a door, and the house is dark, but when the door opens, you can tell that there's some light. So you can tell that they're not being very subtle about it. You know that somewhere deep down you might already know that this is happening to you. And here it says the temple of my body. Now the temple is one of the most sacred structures, right? One of the most sacred buildings that we can have on earth. And I feel like they want to come in through your body, but when I'm seeing body, it's more of your emotional body or your psychological body that's being invaded. It might not be physical violence that you're being subjected to, but I'm feeling that psychologically you might feel like you're crazy, or you're being gaslighted, something along those lines. Like I'm seeing a certain disruption in your mind. I'm seeing a certain fragmentation, like a teacup falling on the floor and breaking into pieces. I'm seeing something shattering inside you because of this experience, and they're making it seem like it's your fault and that they didn't cause it. But your spirit guides are very clearly coming through to say, you are not the problem here, pile number 1. This person is the problem here. Now I want to pull more cards, and I have some decks ready, but I'm just getting a lot of information through this card. So I'm just going to tap in through to it and speak. And you see, you've got a perfect half moon, like half light and half darkness. Well, it's not darkness, but this side, the dark side of the moon, as you would call it, is hidden, right? I keep being taken to these glowing eyes. Okay, so for those of you that didn't resonate with everything that I said so far, some of you, a small number of you, are the scapegoated children of your narcissistic family or dysfunctional toxic family. Now, all of you might not be from a narcissistic family, but I do feel that some of you are from there's some kind of dysfunctional pattern that's been inherited through the family line, and I just heard you are the girl, so maybe you are a girl, but you don't have to be. I just heard you are the person who sees. You are a powerful seer, almost like a high priestess energy. I'm getting this highly spiritual, intuitive energy from you. It's like, you know, if there are adult or authority figures around you that are toxic, that have any kind of maladaptive behaviors, toxic coping mechanisms, I'm feeling that you see through it all and you are made the problem because they don't want to see their shadow. And so because they're being inauthentic, they gaslight you, sometimes intentionally for some of you, sometimes unintentionally for some of you. But I see that you are like a star. If I could pick cards from a tarot deck to describe your energy, pile number 1, I would pick the High Priestess and the Star. 2 major arcanas coming through for your energy, pile number 1. Now, I know that this reading was about your shadow self, but I see that your shadow self is really, you're quite connected to it. You're quite aware of it because you know that it's dangerous to dismiss it or to ignore it. It's dangerous to feel envy or feel jealousy and then pretend that you didn't feel it, you know? It's dangerous to pretend that you don't need love when you actually do, because you're too scared of being vulnerable. So vulnerability becomes like a shadow aspect, you know? You want to keep it in the shadows, you want to hide it, you don't want to show that to the world. I'm hearing this quote. I don't know if it was Virginia Woolf or Sylvia Plath that said that, but she said something like, it's horrible, it's absolutely horrible. It's like my face walked out. No, my heart walked out with my face on it, or something along those lines. My heart walked out with my face. It's like your heart is exposed to these malicious entities, especially if these are authority figures. You might not have full control of your life. If you're young, they might force you to think that what they choose for you is what is good for you. So the first message that your shadow self wants to come here and give you is that you trust you. You trust your instincts, and some of the time, or most of the time, it's going to be against these authority figures and what they're saying and what these toxic people want to be done about your life. They have an opinion about how you should live your life. I don't know why, because it's so irrelevant. And even your spirit guides are rolling their eyes. They're like, why are you harassing, my pile number 1? Like, why are you here leeching off of my pile number 1? Like, this is how your spirit guides are talking to me right now, and I'm seeing them kind of being like, you're so irrelevant, just get lost. This is for those people, okay? Not you, for toxic people. And I'm getting that you see how she's kind of hunched like this, like a forward posture. It's almost like she wants to crumble into herself and not let anybody see her. You might be scared of being seen, my pile number 1, or getting attention, because you know that getting attention means that you're subjected to the negativity or projection of other people. And if you are sensitive or intuitive, it can be highly triggering and heavy for you to deal with, because obviously it's not your energy and it's not your job to deal with it. I'm also seeing that something is shattering, or there's been a tower moment in those toxic people's lives. So they have been more stressed than before. Now take it as it resonates. This might not be for all of you. This might be only for some of you. But there is somebody here, and there's some toxic person around that somebody whose life is like falling apart. I feel like this is a narcissist. This is a narcissist, and their life is just falling apart. And I feel like you're going to have the last laugh. You're going to win, but they are still clinging on to that, trying to get back control of you. And pile number one, don't let that happen. Don't let that happen. Do not go back to this narcissistic person. You are supposed to pave your own path. You're supposed to do something big here, in terms like you have a light worker mission. You have a mission of enlightening somebody. There is some kind of, you're doing something that is giving light to the world and to the people. It's almost like I'm seeing the human consciousness literally being lifted out of a dark liquid ink, like the liquid darkness, and you're lifting it up and you're bringing it up, and I see that darkness kind of falling down. Almost like if you dipped something in water and you picked it up, you would see the water kind of, flow down, right, from your fingers and from that object. I'm seeing you kind of lift that human consciousness up into the light, and it's like you're cleaning it. You're cleaning the surface, like of course that object would need to be wrapped in a dry cloth to be fully dry, to be moisture free. And I'm seeing that you are doing that just with your energy. You're not even using like a towel, metaphorically speaking, of course. You're not even using anything else to do this. It's like you are doing this just out of the purity of your energy, the purity of your soul. Your soul is very pure, pile number one. And I don't mean to say that you're innocent or naive, but this is like pure energy, right? So there are pure things and there are adulterated things that exist, right? The adulterated thing is usually something that is mixed with the original thing, but the pure thing is what is like pure gold. If you see, it's just pure gold metal without being mixed with an alloy or being mixed with any other metal, right? Now gold is a soft metal, right? So it is mixed with other metals to make it stronger, to make jewelry and whatnot. But what I'm getting for you is that your softness is your strength. You do not bend. You are like gold, pile number one. I love your reading so far. Shadow is written in gold. I'm sorry, pile number one. There was an issue with the camera focusing. But I did pick out some tarot decks, but I'm getting that I should pick out cards from this deck for you, pile number one, because there's a high chance that you already knew everything that I said. I just feel like you are so intuitive that you might already know what was going to, you might have had an intuitive feeling about what was going to come out in this reading. Whoa. Oh my gosh. I didn't even shuffle the deck. I just did this. And we have two cards already. Oh my god. Look at this. We have two fire signs here. Aries and Leo. And we have the first card with step into your power. Beautiful. My dear pile number one, I feel like this is a confirmation for the previous message that your shadow self gave you, which is that you are here to pave your own path. Like there is something here that you're doing that is very unique, or that might be seen as rebellious, but do not worry and go on your path. Flow in your path. Choose what you want to choose for yourself and live the life that you decide to live for yourself, because that is what is going to bring you a lot of success, happiness and abundance. I'm seeing that for you, being powerful means that you need to be self-reliant. You need to, when I say self-reliant, I'm not speaking in terms of physical things in the sense that, you should make your own money or you should never ask for help. That's not what I'm talking about. When I say you have to rely on yourself, I mean that you rely on your own heart. Like, do not take advice from somebody else, or do not listen to people that are toxic or people that are not on your level in a spiritual manner of speaking. Like, if they do not have the same emotional intelligence as you, if they are not on the same wavelength or higher, do not listen, because it's not going to help you. There could be a lot of people that are trying to get you to change your path. Like, I'm literally being shown somebody, picking you up like this and forcing, like, just picking you up and putting you here. You know how you can pick up an ant and kind of just put it here because the ant is so small, and whoever this person is thinks that you're small and they want to like pick you up and change your course, and this person thinks that you won't notice. This person thinks that you're not going to know, and you're powerful, pile number one. So of course you know. Okay. With the second card, we have Lighten Up. I did say this, I don't know if I said this, but pile number one, you are meant to shine. You are meant to be seen by the collective. You could have some sort of fame of some kind. Don't get scared. If you don't like fame, don't get scared. I feel like you'll enjoy it with the Leo energy coming out, because Leos enjoy being in the spotlight. That's what I'm seeing. Like, you are the main character, or you are taking the center stage, and that one spotlight, that one stream of light, it's on you and not them. And it's like, you tried to do all these, they tried to do all these shadow things to you, expose you to their jealousy, expose you to their negativity, and then make you feel bad or blame you for it. And it's like, well, my soul is pure, my heart is clean, my mind is clean, I do not wish bad for anybody, and that is why you're shining. And once again, we have the last quarter moon. I want to pick some more cards because I did feel called to pick some more cards for you. For pile number one, please. Okay, lots of cards. Wow. We have new moon in Pisces and last quarter moon in Scorpio. Now again we have two water energy cards. New moon in Pisces, attuned to the divine. Last quarter moon in Scorpio, reveal what needs to be seen. Oh my god, pile number one. I think this is you. I feel like your shadow self is saying, stop living inside a closet. You know how closets are. Like, if you hide in a closet, it's dark, right? And you see that light is outside. It's not inside the closet. But I'm getting that you are supposed to be seen. You are supposed to be revealed. Like, there's something that you will reveal about yourself, or there's something that you're sharing, or some kind of course, or something that you're doing, that you're going to be doing in the future, and it's going to help the human collective. And it's almost like your spirit guides are asking you to embrace that, because I'm seeing that, like, there are a lot of beings in the non-physical that are kind of watching over you and the people that you're going to be helping, because a non-physical being wants evolution, right? They want expansion. They want the human consciousness to be lifted up from the darkness, right? So at least the good non-physical beings. So I'm getting that, like, you used to be sit here, and now the light is coming. The light is coming to you, pile number one. Are you ready for it? With the attune to the divine, I want to say that if you are not meditating, please do. If you are not giving love to your body, please do. Would you guys like to see some kind of a ritual or meditation on how to energetically give love to your body, because sometimes you could be saying things like, oh, I love my hair, I love my lips, I love my body, and this and that, but you might not feel it. And then it's of no use, because if it is not on an energetic level, if it's on a superficial level like affirmations, then it won't work. So you have to feel the affirmations, you have to energetically allow the affirmations to work. That's when it works. So let me know if you guys would be interested in that. I know that I started like a tarot channel, but if you guys want any help with that, like, I would be happy to make a video on it. With the attune to the divine, I'm also feeling that you are supposed to listen to your own heart in this life. I'm seeing that the divine is not just God. The divine is not just the universe. The divine is not just an external entity. It is you. So attune to the divine. The divine is you, pile number 1. Attune to yourself. That's what this card is telling me. Attune to yourself. Open up to change with Aquarius, new moon. And we have your last card, which is clear your mind. Yeah, there seems to be a lot of clutter in your mind, my pal number 1. Read some poetry. I don't know why I just heard that. Maybe some of you just need some poetry to relax. I'm not even getting that you should read like a self-help book. Just do something that relaxes you, and just calm and clear your mind as much as you can, my dear pal number 1. When I'm seeing this open up to change, I'm clearly being seen. I'm clearly being seen. Whoa. I was going to say that you're being seen. You're being seen and you're coming into your power. Power is not an ability to dominate others. Power is simply your personal capacity to bring about your desires and the changes that you want in your life. And you are powerful enough, pile number 1. You have the resources to do that. I'm feeling that some of you have the resources to bring about this change that you have been. I feel like your soul and your shadow self has been craving this change. I want to be friends with your shadow self. Your shadow self is so nice to you. They're so loving. I am sensing some energy in the shadow there that could be harmful to you, like self-criticism or self-sabotaging. That aspect of you doesn't want to be my friend, because they know that my intention is to give you love, and it's almost like that aspect thrives off of you not loving yourself, and so they are against me. They're looking at me as the antagonist in your life. But I'm not here to resist or judge this aspect of you. I know that there is a reason it exists, and I send it love. I send it light. I send it fire. I think this was your reading, pile number 1. You would benefit from watching something relaxing. I almost want to take the relaxing energy of this spread and expose you to it. So please take the energy as I pick it off of the spread, off of the cards. Please take the relaxing energy. Please take the energy of personal power and clearing your mind. There. Pile number 1, this is it for your reading. I hope that this gave you some clarity. Let me know in the comments. This was quite new for me as well. I'm so honored to be a friend to you, to have known you. I don't know how spirit led you to my channel or this reading, but I am immensely grateful to you. I'm sending you so much love, my dear pile number 1. You're going to thrive. You're going to shine. If you want to book a personal reading with me, you can do so by emailing me on 𝒫𝒾𝓁𝓮 𝓛𝓸𝓿𝓮 which is my email address given in the description. But I'm so honored to have known a soul like you, and hopefully I'll see you in my next reading. I thank all of the cards that gave me all of these messages. I thank you. I thank your shadow self, your spirit guides, and all the light beings that were present with me. Sending you love. Bye. Hello, my dear loves. If you chose pile number 2, you chose this card. You chose addicted. The very first thing that I'm getting, that there could be many men or boys watching this pile, or you could be somebody who has a lot of masculine energy in your chart. You could be a woman, but you are predominantly in your masculine energy. You feel uncomfortable with your feminine energy, or maybe it's just not the energy that you choose to be. I'm seeing that your heart is caged and held tight. I'm seeing a heart that is bound in chains, and I'm seeing that you're being controlled through it. The spikes coming out from the back of this beautiful being on the card is reminding me of the card called the Ten of Swords in the tarot deck. Look at all of that white hair. Pile number 2, you are an extremely wise, empathetic soul. Empathetic soul, not pathetic. I felt like some of you heard pathetic. That is not what I said. You are somebody who feels quite weighed down from the energies of the world. I feel like the narcissism of the world is what hurts you. The violence that is present in the world is what causes pain to your heart. It doesn't have to always be related to you, right, my pile number 2? You are somebody who's sensitive to somebody else's pain, and you don't have to know them to know that they're suffering. My dear love, I see that you have been tired of walking alone so far. Some of you have friends you can lean on, but there is a section of you that don't have anybody to lean on, and you feel lonely and alone in this world. I see that you could want to dissipate or dissolve because this energy is very heavy for you. I want to hold your hand, pile number 2. If you would permit me, imagine that my hand is holding yours. How does my energy feel to you, my pile number 2? Do you feel comfortable? Do you feel that I am a friend? Can you feel that I have no bad intentions? That I have love for you? Your spirit guides asked me to talk to you this way and to tell you that because I feel like you don't meet a lot of people that want to pour love into you. I feel like you meet a lot of people that want to take from you, and it drains you. I'm seeing a lot of energy vampires. I feel like this is unintentional. They don't know what they're doing to you, pile number 2, but it's just that you're sensitive and you can feel it, so you know what's happening to you, but they don't know what they're doing to you, is what I'm feeling. So it's very unconscious on their part. I would like to hold your hand and give you a lot of love, my dear pile number 2. Of course, only with your permission, never without. I'm also seeing 1 here, which is 11. 1111 could be one of your angel numbers, or when you see 1111, your ancestor might be trying to communicate with you. There's something about your family that you're here to shift. For some of you, it's family, that it's some kind of a pattern in family that you have inherited, and you are here as the physical incarnation of Source that is here to shift and change that. There's some person here, there is some energy here that doesn't want you to evolve. They don't want you to get out of this very heavy, sad, despair kind of energy. They don't want you to get out of it, because right now I feel like you're really vulnerable. When someone's sad, their boundaries are down, you know. It can be easy to hurt them if the person is crying. And I'm seeing that for some of you, there is a person or an energy that is stuck to you, that wants to touch you, but not in a good way, you know. This energy wants to touch you, but to take from you. Look how my hand is spreading. I'm not doing that intentionally, but it's almost like they want to keep you down. You know, when you're picking up something heavy, you spread your fingers like this. When you want to pounce on someone, you spread your fingers like this. When I hold the cards, I hold it like this. I don't hold it like this, right? Like, can you feel the energy? It's different, right? Like, if I was to come to you like this with my hand like this, you would get scared, instead of me coming with my hand like this. So there is an energy that is trying to get to you, but it's gone now. Let's see some tarot cards. Pile number 2. 1 + 1 is also 2. So if 222 is an angel number for you, this is your reading. For pile number 2, please. Messages from Shadow Self for pile number 2, please. Lots of cards for you, my dear pile number 2. Yes. See? Sword. Those spikes look like swords to me. I did say that they remind me of the 10 of Swords. You are on the verge of making an important decision. You are supposed to take your blindfold off. Oh, the 5 of Wands is just confirming that there is some energy that is intending to disturb you, intending to keep you sad, is what I want. Like, they're intending to keep you in a conflicted state, conflicted within yourself. If you are conflicted within yourself, you're always going to second guess yourself. You're never going to trust your abilities, your skills. Maybe one of the ways you cope is, some of you might drink a lot. Some of you, not all of you. with all of this conflict energy that you are surrounded by, you obviously feel defensive and you feel like you always need to be on your guard, you always need to protect yourself, and it's almost like you're paranoid, like you're always watching your back. And I understand that, pile number 2. So this is not a criticism. You have to protect yourself, right? So I'm getting that you're hyper cautious, you're hyper vigilant, because you don't know when another psychological attack might hit you. Wow, we have the Hierophant. I feel like this is your energy, pile number 2. The Hierophant is somebody who is highly spiritual. He is known as one of the great teachers. He's giving his divine wisdom and knowledge to people. This is almost reminding me of the energies of those spiritual beings that are actually saints, real saints, not fake ones. And I feel like you have the capacity and you have the energy like that. Like, I'm being shown the word monk. In Hindi, they would be called as sadhus, but in English, I feel like the word that your spirit guides showed me was a monk. Maybe in a parallel life, you would have been a monk, or maybe you think that the only way to escape the chaos or to not have chaos in your life is to become a monk. With the 8 of Swords here, I'm sensing that you are, look, here she has a blindfold and here she has a blindfold. So it's almost like you're not seeing something about you. You could have a lot of Neptune in your chart, or Pisces energy in your chart, or 12th house placements in your chart. There is something about you that you don't see, and I feel like these are good traits. Your shadow is actually all of your good qualities because you don't see them. You don't see that in yourself. When you look at yourself, you might look at yourself as somebody who's unworthy, somebody who's incapable. Like, I'm getting that there's a lot of criticism, or I'm getting that there's a lot of disapproval from you towards you. And this is not that you decided for your relationship to be this way with yourself. I'm seeing that there was somebody, of course, like if all of this was happening, you could not have developed a good relationship with yourself because you didn't know how to love yourself, right? One of the reasons why we don't know how to love ourselves is because we were not loved. We were not shown how to be loved, how to receive love, and how to hold this profound energy within ourselves that is called love. So I feel like you're meant to take this blindfold off, and your shadow side, which is really just a combination of all of your beautiful, skilled, worthy. Your shadow side is actually the light side, like the lighter traits of you, your joy, your happiness, you deserve to be seen, you deserve to shine, you deserve to receive love, you deserve to receive validation, you deserve to be understood, you deserve connection, you deserve to be felt into, you deserve to be seen into, you deserve to be treated as you're real, because you are pile number 2. And I'm seeing that, oh my gosh, your first card is 2. Oh, I didn't notice that before. We have 2. It literally looks exactly the same. I know this is 11, but you see how similar. This is in a Roman numeral. If this was numbered, it would have been written like this, right? But it's a Roman numeral, and that looks like 11 to me. Wow. Yes. King of Cups. If you are a man watching this, if you have masculine energy, master feeling your emotions. It's not about controlling your emotions. It's not about manipulating your emotions or trying not to feel something. The goal is not to not feel. The goal is not to feel better. The goal is to get better at feeling. That's what King of Cups is here to tell you. Because there is a feeling that you're trying to escape and drown in alcohol, some of you, not all of you, or cigarettes, some of you, not all of you. and you are catastrophizing, you are sinking in a downward spiral, it might be hard to return, pile number 2. So hold my hand, oh my god, hold my hand and come back. Just as I say hold my hand, you have the 2 of cups, and you see how the hand is outstretched. When I say hold my hand, I mean that there is help here. There is help for you, pile number 2. There is help available if you allow people to pour love. And there will be many that you encounter that will be like me, that will want to be love to you. They will not be a source of conflict in your life. They will be a source of peace. They will lift you up. 2, 2, 2. Again, 11, I know. 9 of Cups, yes, you have been feeling dejected. Definitely you felt despair. Ace of Pentacles reversed. Did you lose some of your finances or some kind of a financial opportunity or some kind of an opportunity regarding an abundance? If you have not, this could mean that because you feel unworthy, because you feel like, it's like there is a huge difference between how you see yourself and how these other people that are trying to create this conflict and trying to keep you down see you. They see that you're powerful. They see that you're this wise hierophant kind of energy figure, the King of Cups figure. They see that you are that, and they are threatened by it. So they want to take you out of your king energy. They want to take you out of your queen energy. You get what I mean, pile number 2? And that is why your view of yourself is distorted, because nobody reflects love, right? And when you don't get a reflection of love, you think, oh wait, something's wrong with me, because I should be able to see love around me, right? If I am love, if I am worthy, why do I not receive love? And it's almost like you will never get love from these people, ever. I know I can feel that some of you are pained to hear that, but these people are not capable of loving you, taking you as a part of them, considering your best interests as theirs, honoring your soul, honoring your being. I feel like these people will never do that. Their intentions are quite the opposite, actually. That's what I'm feeling, pile number 2. If you are on the goal of manifesting financial abundance or just abundance in general, you will get there only if you embody and embrace your Hierophant King of Cups energy. Take your feelings as a part of you, the shadow traits, which are really like your joy, your love, that you have buried deep, you know. You want to be friends with it, you want to be happy, you want to love yourself, but you might not know how. Be a friend to yourself, pile number 2. How to befriend yourself. How would you approach a friend? If they made a mistake, how would you deal with that? What would you respond with? How will you talk to them? What would be your tone? Would you guys like for me to share how to befriend yourself, like a PDF or a video? Because I would be happy to make that sometime in the future. Because a lot of loneliness that you face, and addiction is always a trauma response. Any addiction, whether it's alcohol, whether it's shopping, whether it's being on the internet, you know, anything, it's always a trauma response. And most of the time, I feel like, especially with people that are addicted to alcohol, they are definitely lonely. There is a deep sense of loneliness to them. If you've seen any poets or artists that drank a lot, Charles Bukowski was somebody who was an alcoholic. And that is not to say, I'm not here to defend him or, say that he was a good person or whatever. But I can feel in his energy that he was quite sad and lonely within himself, even though he had everything he wanted. And sometimes he was happy, he was. But there was a deep sense of loneliness to him. Like, loneliness clung to him like a cloak. Like that Harry Potter cloak, which is invisible, That loneliness made him feel like he was invisible, even though he was quite famous. And still is. That's what I'm seeing for you, pile number 2. Let me pull some cards, some oracles, some last guidance from your shadow self or from your spirit guides, just anybody who wants to speak for my pile number 2 to my pile number 2, so that they know that they have friends. We have go deeper. Yes. You are afraid to go deep within yourself because you don't know what you'll find. You think that you'll find all these ugly things about you, and really what you're going to find is a treasure. What if you go deep within yourself and you find that you are actually one of the most beautiful people to have ever walked this earth? And of course, I do not mean in a superficial physical appearance way. I mean your soul. We have trust the universe just over the Ace of Pentacles reversed. Trust the universe to take care of you, pile number 2. Trust the universe to show you people that want to take care of you, that want to love you. Trust the universe to give you deep soul bonds, a lot of intimacy, emotional intimacy, a lot of emotional safety. The universe is working for you. Some of you are not believing that, and that's okay. I will not force you, but I'm just here to tell you the truth, and the truth is that the universe is working for you. You don't have to accept that or believe that if you feel otherwise. I'm sure that there has been a lot of evidence and proof of the opposite. But I'm here to tell you that the universe is working for you. Okay, my dear pile number 2s, this was your reading. I hope you gained some clarity. I hope it made you a little bit happy. If you want to book a personal reading with me on anything that you didn't understand, anything that you want to understand further, go deeper within yourself, you can do so by emailing me on 𝒫𝒾𝓁28@gmail.com. if you want to understand yourself deeper or go within yourself deeper. I am taking the time to thank you, to thank all of the cards and the images and the colors for allowing me to read. I thank this spread. I thank all the decks. I thank your spirit guides. I thank all of the light beings that are present here. And I thank your shadow self for coming through and showing us the light that is actually hidden inside you, pile number 1. I'll see you soon, my pile number 1, hopefully in the next reading. If not, I thank you so much for coming across my channel, and I'm always wishing you love and light, and I'm wishing you peace. Bye. Hello, my loves. If you chose pile number 3, you chose this card right here, number 6. This is called Alone in the World. When I try to tap into your energy, it's almost like your shadow self is trying to keep me out. I will not force your shadow self to reveal itself to me. I simply offer my love and my prayer. I would like to Offer a small prayer to your shadow self and say that I am here with you, I am here for you, and that it is not my intent to harm 𝘨𝑁𝑒. I understand why you would be so protective over 𝘨𝑁𝑒. I am too. But if you do not want to reveal yourself to me, I honor that decision. Would it be possible for you to share anything that you would be okay with, that my dear 𝘨𝑁𝑒 wants to know at this time through some tarot cards? If that is okay, I will pick up a tarot deck. Okay, they just gave me the permission to use this deck, so I'm going to use this deck and see what they have to say. 𝘨𝑁𝑒 shadows, please. Very clear. Okay. Not a lot of cards for you. Let's see. Actually, quite a lot. It's proper 8. You have 8 cards. We have the 9 of Cups reversed. Your shadow self has almost the energy of like a mom. You know how a mom protects her newborn baby? That's how your shadow self is trying to protect you. Your shadow self didn't even want me around you. Like, they didn't want me in your energy because they're just being very careful. Because you have been hurt a lot, so there is a lot of emotional despair that's hidden inside of you. 𝘨𝑁𝑒. You have been feeling lost. I just heard the word jet lagged. It's like you're jet lagged, but you didn't go on a plane. Maybe some of you did, but it's that feeling of just that vertigo, that feeling like you're out of place and that you're never going to be found by anyone, that you're never going to be seen by anyone, that you're never going to be loved for who you are, that you would never be able to bare your soul to someone because they might think that you're hideous and ugly, which is not true. 𝘨𝑁𝑒. Your shadow self is coming here to say that you are not hideous and ugly. The world is hideous and ugly. Girl, you need to protect yourself. I don't know why some of your shadow self might speak to you like this. Girl, you need to protect yourself. I don't talk like that. Sometimes I take on the energy of the light beings that are here. Your shadow self wants you to come to light, and I feel like that could be a desire that you hold within yourself as well. I apologize for the horn vehicle sounds. It's currently evening, so the traffic has increased. We have 2 2s beside each other, and then we have the Ace. Yes, with the Ace of Cups reversed. Yeah, there's some kind of emotional unsafety here. There's some kind of... You have not been feeling good. You have not been feeling very good. In fact, you could have been feeling the opposite, actually. You could have been feeling like you're being thrown down, you know, like you're losing something, but you don't know what it is. Like you're missing something, but you don't know what it is, so you don't know what to search for. You're trying to find balance between logic and emotions, or between several of your emotions. And there is an important decision for you to make. Are you going to choose yourself, or are you going to choose what other people think or how other people see you just to get love? Pile number 3, this can be triggering, but only for some of you. You could be putting on like a mask or like a false persona, or you could be embodying some traits that are not inherently yours just to get validation or approval, just to make friends, because you feel deeply lonely. And I understand that, pile number 2. Pile number 3, so I'm not here to judge you, but I can feel that in your energy, and maybe this has taken an emotional toll on you. Yes, this is a karmic cycle that you're supposed to end, the cycle of not being you. The more you pretend to be someone else, or the more inauthentic you are, the more far away you are, the more disconnected you are to your own soul, your own heart, the lesser connection you have. It's almost like when you were a child or when you were young, you learn to emphasize and enhance and amplify some traits which were not inherently yours, but you saw that you got validation for it, so you enhanced those features, right? Because you knew that you would get a lot of attention, and attention was a core need that needed to be fulfilled. But now you're seeing that it's not fulfilling because it's fake. You're not getting that approval for who you are, you're getting that approval for the face that you wear. So that what you did to get love is proving to be futile, is what is proving to be, is what is proving to you knowing that you're not actually loved, which is what you were trying to escape from in the first place. You are healing, I feel. You are healing. So this face that you wear, or this mask that you wear, let it crumble. If there is dramatic shift happening right now, some kind of tower moment, you feel like everything is falling apart, this person doesn't see me as this shiny person that I pretended to be, or like your past self or your false self is falling away. I'm literally seeing the process of ecdysis, which is how the snake sheds its skin. And the skin with you is your past self. It's like you're shedding off that skin. Again, she's naked here. So I see, and all her like robes and clothes are here scattered on the floor. So she's not wearing them. So I see that with you, you are taking off who you used to be, or who you thought you should be, or who you were, to get approval, to get love, to get validation, to get connection, to get friends. And you're taking it off, and you're almost like, and again here too. And you're here like, I'm going to be me, right? I'm going to be I want to be seen for who I am, is what a desire is rising up within you. I want to be loved for who I am, not for the face I wear, not for the clothes I wear, not for my personality, not for me being like this amazing or beautiful or whatever, not for all those superficial reasons. Just me. Who is me? Just me. That's what I want to be loved for. With the World card reversed and the Tower card reversed, it's almost like you're going back in loops and you're stuck in a cycle and your heart is exhausted. And again, you're trying to find balance. So it's like you're going in circles again and again. there's something that is being revealed to you, and I feel like it's you. Your shadow self is your authentic self, because you have hidden the real you away from the world, and there could be different reasons for each of you, and it's okay. I'm not here to berate you or call you wrong, but inauthenticity can feel so suffocating to the point that you feel like you cannot breathe anymore, and you feel like the whole world is upside down and you don't understand what's going on, when actually you just need to be brave and walk as yourself in this world. I want to get some guidance for the Tower card reversed, World card reversed, with the Three of Swords reversed and Nine of Cups. Yeah, your heart has definitely been through a lot. Your heart needs a lot of healing, pile number 3. Pile number 3, I have a reading called Messages from Your Heart. Maybe you want to go check that out. Once again, only if you like it, only if you feel called to it, because I did share a lot of healing messages from your heart. In that reading, I painted the energy of your heart, and I'm channeling at the same time, so maybe that reading will provide some solace, some comfort about what your heart wants to say to you, especially if you have forgotten yourself. Halsey once said, Halsey Ashley Singer once said, if you have lost yourself, it's never too late to find yourself again. Once again, I'll repeat. If you have lost yourself, it's never too late to find yourself again. She spoke about the numerous times she was confident. She has the song called Hurricane, and in that she mentions the lyrics. She literally sings, don't belong to no city, don't belong to no man. And she said, I wrote this song when I was 19 years old. She wrote it when she was 19. And she said that she used to be so confident. She said she belongs to no city, she belongs to no man. And that at that time she didn't know, the 19-year-old Halsey Ashley didn't know that she was going to completely lose herself, lose that confidence. And that is what is going to happen again and again and again, and that she's going to forget herself and find herself and forget her, find her and forget her and find her and forget her and find her. And she wanted to say, it's always okay, and it's never too late to find yourself again. Pile number 3, let me pick out some guidance for you. Wow. Oh my gosh. I was only going to lots of cards for you. Alright. We have Go Deeper and Trust the Universe. Wow. These are the exact same cards that came out for pile number 2. If you feel called to, you can watch that. Although I feel like most of you might be called to watch one or be drawn to that pile because you might not have that energy. But for those select few of you, if you were drawn to both, it would benefit to watch both. Here, honor your feelings, release your blocks. Trust the universe and go deeper. When I'm seeing we release your blocks, I'm seeing release your blocks to connection and honor how you feel. You want to be connected to people. You want to be connected to people. You want to be close to people. If you have trouble admitting to that, embrace it, honor it. Everybody wants connection. Nobody wants to be alone. The very first connection you should build is, of course, with yourself, and then build a very strong connection with the universe itself, with your spirit guides, with beings that are watching over you. Go deeper within yourself, pile number 3, because you'll find a lot of beauty. You'll find that your shadow self, your authentic self, is a sight to behold, is a being to be respected and admired. And that is what I see for you, my dear pile number 3. I hope this reading gave you guidance, gave you the necessary messages from your spirit. I give thanks to all of the cards here, all of the images. I give thanks to all of the decks. Thank you for helping me channel for pile number 3. I would like to thank pile number 3 spirit guides, light beings, for being with me and guiding me. I would like to thank you, my dear pile number 3, for being brave enough to click on this reading. Thank you so much. And I'm so glad that you allowed me the honor to read for you. If you want to book a personal reading with me, you can do so by clicking on the email, which is 𝑚ystiquetarot28@gmail.com. I'll leave it in the description so it's easy for you to access. And hopefully I will see you in my next reading. If not, I thank you for the privilege of allowing me to read for you today.